Welcome to the first official video for the ABL YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be bringing you the playoff coaches and the upcoming matchups for ABL Season 2 playoffs. I'll be joined today by staff members Curse.
Hello.
MattyPXP.
Hey everybody.
And TGPDavid.
Hello there.
Before we get into that, please be sure to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the upcoming announcements for Season 3. All the links will be down below in the description, so please go and check those out. And without further ado, let's get started with our announcements for our playoff coaches.
Alrighty. Shield Division. We had a great season overall, but of course there's only 4 playoff spots. So in first came the Bluey with the Corpus Christi Cubones. He was undefeated, 6-0. Then second was our own TGPDavid with the Atlanta Starmies, 5-1. Then Cosmic Cubicles, Gotham City Gengars at 4-2. And then Mr. Goobermania's Santan Sizors was the last team to enter the playoffs, and fourth at 3 wins and 3 losses.
Perfect. And now moving on to the Sword Division, we had a little bit of more tight-knit group here. We have the San Juan Frokies at number 1 with 5 wins and 1 loss. We have the Phoenix Soul Rocks with 5 wins and 1 loss. We have the Biloxi Bewares making the enemies of the bear beware with 4-2. And then we got the new rookie coach, the Salem Pumpkaboos, showing off that they've got what it takes to be in the playoffs with a record of 3-3.
Fantastic, and congratulations to all the coaches who have made it to playoffs. It's very well deserved. So there's our Season 2 playoff coaches for this season. Let's take a look at who will be facing off in this season's playoffs.
So for the Shield Division playoffs, the Gotham City Gengars will be going against the Corpus Christi Cubones, and the Atlanta Starmies will be going against the Santan Sizzle.
Awesome. And for the Sword Division, the Salem Pumpkaboos will be versing the Phoenix Soul Rocks, and the Biloxi Bewares will be playing our very own San Juan Frokies.
The Gotham City Gengars versus Corpus Christi Cubones. This is a rematch of last week, Week 7. And Corpus Christi Cubones are undefeated, so obviously they won there. But do you guys have any thoughts of how this matchup could go? They just played each other last week, so it's fresh in their minds. What do you guys think?
Well, I think honestly, it could go either way. I mean, yes, the Corpus Christi Cubones are undefeated so far, but I also feel like the Gotham City Gengars, they make some risky plays here and there, like using moves like Blizzard and stuff like that, which are less accurate. And if he really wants to like tighten up his play and make sure he's landing those moves and not taking any chances, I think he stands a real chance of beating him.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like playoff territory is a very different realm than regular season play. In many different seasons, like and different draft leagues, and this season, this league and season 1, like playoff play is completely different than your regular season play. Coaches come in a little bit more focused. They already know how their team works. They haven't redrafted, so it's not like they're starting fresh. They already know what works. They know what doesn't. They've already played these coaches as well throughout the regular season, so their mindset is on a completely different playing field. And we might be in for some surprises. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Corpus Christi Cubones get their first loss in the playoffs. It is a 1-match, game, best of 3 matches, but like 1 game overall, like, like 1 regular game overall, like we've done all season. So it'll be surprising. I think we'll see some coaches get a loss where we weren't expecting them.
So who are we taking for this one?
I do think this is the one time that things might stay the same. The Corpus Christi Cubones haven't shown any signs of budging, so I got to give my vote to the Corpus Christi Cubones.
I'm going to go with the other side. I think Cosmic Cubicle is very strategic, and he just played. Once he hears this matchup, he'll probably go look up all that Louis has done this season. And I think he might, since his playoffs, like Curse kind of alluded to, I think stranger things have happened, and I think Cosmic Cubicle and the Gotham City Gengars might be able to figure out a weakness for this undefeated team.
Yeah.
I do have to agree. Both of these teams are very strategic. They both have different ways of thinking and tackling situations. I also am going to say I think this one's going to go to the Gengars. I think that they are going to come back stronger than they did last week, knowing what they did wrong and what needs to be done. And I think they're going to make those adjustments and come out with the W.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. I really thought I was going to be in the minority, but I'm going to go with the Gotham City Gangars on this one. I think that he's definitely knows his team well, and I think a lot of times he likes to try out things. And I think at this point in the playoffs, people play differently, and I think he'll realize, now's the time to lay down the stuff I know that works. No more trying things, no more messing around. This is the real deal. So I think it's going to be a whole different ball game this time around.
Yeah, not to put down Louis and the Corpus Christi Cubones at all. Obviously, he's a great coach. He's undefeated. Sometimes you just got to go with the underdog. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Agreed.
Okay, and the other matchup is going to be TGPDavid's Atlanta Stormies versus the Santan Sizors, coached by Mr. Goobermania. That is a rematch of Week 6. David, what do you think? Your first thoughts of that being your playoff opponent?
Well, to be honest, he has a good team. When we did battle, I feel like maybe his head wasn't in the game fully. But now that he kind of knows what I'm bringing to the table as far as move-wise and strategy-wise, I feel like he could maybe definitely get in my head a little more. I hate to say it, but I still feel confident in my team and my strategies that I can come out with the W.
You can say that. You're allowed to say that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I feel like I can. But, who knows? We've seen stranger things happen. So, as far as the results, I'm going to go with myself, as weird as that sounds.
No, if you can't have confidence in yourself, you can't expect others to,
Yeah, you better be confident, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to agree. I think the Santan Sizzlers, they came out and played this season. They did a really good job. But the Atlanta Stormies have dominated all season long, played expertly all season long. I just don't see it going any other way, personally. Congratulations to both teams. I'd love to see an upset, but I think it's going to go to the Stormies.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Mainly because the Stormies made it to the championship match last season. They know what it takes. They've been in tight situations. They played against a very, very, very strong team, being the Biloxi Bewares. They like to put a lot of pressure. They've been in very tight situations, and I just think experience is going to take the win this time around. I think the experience that the Atlanta Stormies have in this doubles format, in the Let's Go meta, is going to be what they need to get the win.
Yeah, I have to agree, especially since Mr. Goobermania was 3 wins, 3 losses. So, and he's a rookie coach. You can't fault him for that.
Yeah.
But I think, and again, we could be wrong, but it's like, I agree. I don't see it going any other way than David coming out on top. It might be closer than I think, though.
Yeah. So moving on, the Sword Division. So our first matchup that we're going to talk about here is the Salem Pumpkaboos versus the Phoenix Soul Rocks. Now, the Salem Pumpkaboos are a new coach, and they showed that they deserve to be in the ABL this season. Played expertly, had a really good season, but I don't know. The Phoenix Soul Rocks have been so good this season that I'm not sure that the Pumpkaboos are going to be able to take home the win. I think it's definitely possible, but the Phoenix Soul Rocks have played so well. He's such a dominant team that's very hard to build momentum against. I think that I see the Phoenix Soul Rocks personally going all the way to the championship, I think.
I actually think that Paige and the Salem Pumpkaboos were really close to beating Wes and the Phoenix Soul Rocks in their, 2 weeks ago, week 6? Yeah. Their week 6 match. And I think Paige is really the underdog of the league, and I would not be surprised at all if she ended up beating Wes here. But yeah, this one I could go either way, because again, Wes is such a great coach, and he's done this for 2 seasons, and he's been pretty consistently good. So I'm going to go with Pumpkaboos if Paige brings a strategy, and I'll be rooting for her just for the underdog again.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's who I'm rooting for, too.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of agree with that, too. But at the same time, I also think both these teams are new to playoffs. And like we've been saying throughout the whole video so far, the whole discussion, playoffs is a different game. I think the Phoenix Soul Rocks have a lot of confidence coming into this. And I think the Salem Pumpkaboos have already been humbled with those losses that they got throughout the season. And they're going to come in with their head a little bit like more in the game than the Phoenix Soul Rocks. And it's not anything that I can just point this out now and they'll adjust. I think it's too late for that type of adjustment. You're already going to come in confident. You're going to come in thinking you have a very strong team. You're going to come in thinking all these positives. But the Salem Pumpkaboos, being the underdog like everybody's saying, and having seen loss a little bit more than the Phoenix Soul Rocks, are going to prepare for those weaknesses that they have. They've already made trades. So I think in playoff territory, they're on equal playing field. And I honestly believe the Salem Pumpkaboos could take down the Phoenix Soul Rocks in the playoffs, whether it be because the Phoenix Soul Rocks get a little bit too confident, maybe maybe the Let's Go hacks meta comes into play. I'm just going to go ahead and side with the Salem Pumpkaboos on this one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it is. If you look back at their match from 2 weeks ago, it was actually really close. It went to 3 rounds. And even then, every round was like 1 or 2 mons left. It was very close. So I definitely feel like this is going to be a nail biter. It's going to be down to the wire. But I think Paige and Salem Pumpkaboos can formulate a strategy to come out on top here.
All right. Well, our next matchup is going to be the Biloxi Bewares versus the San Juan Frokies. So, Curse, what do you think about this one?
This is going to be wild, man. Road Tide, beware. It's going to be crazy. So last season we were caught up in the same situation more or less. I had to battle them and I lost to them. This season we did beat them. I also beat them in a different league in a singles format. I think I can do it. I think I could push through. I think the team I drafted is very strong against his team. He does have a lot of fighting weaknesses. He hasn't made any trades. I think I could pull the win. But then again, Tim is a very, very, very smart opponent. He is very competitive. He's very strategic. He might have been sleeping the first few weeks of this season, but honestly, he's made it into the playoffs. And at this point, he's not just going to give it away. He's gonna push. He's gonna fight. He's gonna try to make it all the way. So I think I have the advantage, especially with the team I have drafted. But it's not gonna be an easy win. I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to fight for it.
Definitely. I initially was like, oh, obviously Curse has the advantage with San Juan Frokies. But then I look back and see that they faced each other in week 3, and I really think Tim in this league has hit a stride since then and has figured out his team better. And I think Curse might have to go back and look and see how he's using the team if he wants to keep that advantage that he has. And then again, they were in another league together too. So I think these are 2 coaches. This is the matchup where the coaches probably know the others' thoughts and play style the most, since they've faced each other not just in this league but in another league as well. Definitely. And in season 1. And you have to also mention that the Biloxi Bewares were the season 1 ABL champions. So I don't know, this seems like a really even battle to me, that somebody's gonna have to mess up and that'll decide who wins.
Exactly.
See, the fact that this match is happening again this season, the same similar playoff match as last season, same teams, same spot in the playoffs. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. I feel like the San Juan Frokies are going to come out on top just because of the mons they have. I'm not saying it's going to be easy for them, because it's not. I think it's going to be down to the wire. And without some kind of let's go hacks, I think the San Juan Frokies are going to come out on top, unless the RNG gods hit them with some unfortunate events.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think the San Juan Frokies are going to come out on top. The Biloxi Bewares have definitely hit a stride since like the middle of the season. But I think the San Juan Frokies just have really dominant mons. Both great coaches, obviously. But I think that the San Juan Frokies will be able to pull out the win. I think it's going to be a close game, though. I think most of these games we can pretty comfortably say are going to be close games. I think that's why this playoff season is going to be so exciting. But that being said, that's about all we have for today's video. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to check out all of the coaches' Twitch links in the description. Stay tuned for more ABL news, where we will continue forging greatness. Thank you so much. Goodbye.